Hello, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to some more Dual Universe. We're still on my DU server. We're still kind of coming in. I'm trying to figure out what is going on with this. So for now, for some reason I have this one's doing coal also. For some reason this one stopped. I don't know why. So I just did. So we got this one set to coal. I probably want to stop it, and then move it to hematite. I'm just having one of each of them right now. So we're going to go ahead. We'll start this one. I want to go into a little bit of the mining and the calibrating and stuff like that, and kind of how the different parts of it work. Now, we're on my DU server. These numbers will not be reflective to what you see on your server or on obviously on the real servers. But the way you calibrate is you come up here like, oh, I need to calibrate. If you look, I have 101 charges out of 270. We made some changes because there's a very limited people on my server and we need to be able to mine some more stuff. So you're going to hit calibrate. The numbers here, now when it does come up, it takes a little bit for it to start. You're going to hit start. It's going to use one of my calibration charges. That's fine. I have plenty. There's a couple of ways to do it. The first one here is I'm going to look at this one. This is the way I normally kind of do it, is I'll kind of put one in like in here somewhere like this. And then don't mind, this is just where in the hex your actual thing is. It doesn't matter like where this is, like that flying, it costs a little bit, but not super lot, right? So what I would normally do is like I would do this. And now normally you would have enough to do like maybe one more little one. So what I would do is I'd probably do like a little one like up in here somewhere, because this looks like a good spot for it. And I was wrong. So I have a little bit extra. So now in this situation, like once you start running out and you start getting down here to below, you can kind of, judge your own battles. But we kind of, so that one wasn't even it either, right? So it's not, this one was elusive. So basically what you're going to do is that the darker those, the brighter those are, and you're looking for this little spot here. Now it is possible to have multiple of those sometimes. Use a little bit more of this. And then, so once you find out, or you're kind of running out of spots here, we're going to go ahead and hit set final calibration, and we're going to hit that guy right. And then that will give us our 100% calibration. We'll do that. Now, what I'm going to do on the next one is we're going to go to this one, and we're going to calibrate it also. And we're going to use a different way to calibrate. So what we're going to do here, and go ahead, we're going to start this one. And the way these work is I'm going to go to a cone here. I'm going to basically make this as big as I can, and I'm just going to set right dead center. And what this is going to do is it's going to give me a cone. It's going to say the highest concentration that was in this circle is on this side, right? So now I'm going to go over here. I'm going to kind of do this. It's going to give me another cone, right? So now it's saying that it's in there somewhere. And I can go in here. I'm just going to give it a big area. And then look at that. So then I'm going to do this, set final calibration, and we're done. All right. So there's two different kind of ways to do it, kind of depending on how you want to do it. I want to, like I said, this is just kind of set up to just kind of give me a little bit of ore, and then kind of see what some of the different calibration stuff is doing. So we're going to go ahead, we'll start on this one. And then, so we've used the circle, we've used the cone, the peak. Like if I do this, that just shows me direction towards the peak, right? This is just going to kind of show, it just shows me the direction that the peak is in. I don't use this one very often, right? And then once we kind of get this over here, we'll just kind of go here and we'll just do a circle to expose it. Like I said, I can kind of a little bit, because I'm able to cheat a little bit because I have so many extra ones. I don't know if I would use that one. Obviously the highlight was over here, and if you can kind of go here and see, it's just going to show you kind of like it's which direction. So it's not, I don't know if I would use the peak one. The cone's definitely better. Now the line, no, that was area. I meant to do line. So now the line, I can just do this. And that just gives me a straight line that is kind of that width. Like I can't widen it. Like I'd be nice if I could widen it. But you can just kind of make some streaks. So probably if you're trying to do this for real, I would either get used to the circle or, for me, either the circle or the cone. I personally use the circle on the main servers because, well, I can. All right, so we go here. I look at this guy. I think I need to go over into these two. Yeah, so there's one of my, I think that's my fuel depot right there. So we made kind of a fuel depot just to kind of give us, we imported it from the original server, and that kind of allows us to get some, and then I got a miner over there. So this is enough. So we haven't spent a lot of time on the server, just because we're kind of letting it kind of get started, and kind of letting it see what it can do. So, but I haven't been on here in a little bit. So, and why is it removing my ore type? I don't understand why it removed my ore type. It may have something to do with the fact that I hadn't been on in like a week. And it may have gotten mad at me. We've been so much fun playing Satisfactory that it's hard to always come back here. I love DU. The problem is it's a massive undertaking to kind of get the server up and running, and to be able to start getting the kind of the stuff that we need for the server. Maybe over here. And like I said, it is a bit cheaty, because this whole mini game can get a bit frustrating, right? Okay. Oh, right there, right next to the portal. All right, so there's that guy there. So we'll finish that one. Close that. We'll close that. We'll do this guy. So that one's maxed out. So we're going to start this one. And then those numbers you see in the beginning of it, where it's like 103, that's the maximum ore I can pull from this plot. So as I'm trying to do things and do stuff like that, it kind of gives you a starting point of kind of how much ore you can pull, and whether or not it is a that one had 2 spots. And sometimes they'll have 2 spots. So you'll see like this has 1 hematite left. So if I activate another one of these miners, I can pull 1 more hematite out. And then like if I go over here, look at this thing. And then Pete got the script running, right? So it shows us how much quartz and stuff we have. So we'll go ahead and drag these things down here, drag some bauxite down, drag some coal down. So basically what I'm doing is I want to pull all the ore out of my nodes out here, and kind of start sending them back to the main factory so I can start making things, like things to build factories. So I'm still on the lookout for a make everything factory, and then trying to get some stuff of that. But if I can get a make anything factory, I'm probably going to move it to like Alioth or something, where the resources are a little bit better. I need to spend a little bit of time, probably going to do some searching on Alioth to try to find a good setup point. because I'll be able to get to the point now where we're able to start flying. We're not so worried about fuel. We can actually produce fuel, and that's this whole thing's purpose is to produce fuel. So let's get this guy. Let's get him calibrated. So if you look, see, why do you want to calibrate, right? So base rate is 77. My efficiency is 93. My adjacency is plus 60, right? So theoretically, this thing should be giving me just over 100, right? So, but if I do the efficiency bonus here and I do the actual calibration, we'll start this. I wish this whole thing didn't take so long to set up. Like it's, and we want to leave this in here so that people do have a chance to come in and play the game. Like I don't want to completely neuter the game. Like I have fun with the game. I have fun with Dual Universe. I always did. So 93%, 60, calibration 84, optimal 75, right? Oh, my calibration is only at 84%. Why is my calibration only at 84%? All right, that doesn't make any sense. All right, I got to look into that later. Let's see. So here, if you go on and look. Oh, okay. This is all. I was using this by accident at one point. This was stuff I was using to set up my thing. So I don't want this stuff in here. I want this in my main base. Transfer units. These were all items that I basically was either producing or I basically just dropped into the game on my head because I needed parts. And then, so this will allow us to start getting fuel. So I can actually grab, I'm going to grab this fuel. I'm going to grab this fuel out too. So that way we have some fuel in there. And then we're going to run over to this other one over here. They said, I don't know if it's just because I hadn't logged in a couple of days or why. I think this is where, yeah, there's my miner. And I need to set up more miners from this too, because I need more miners here. Would greatly increase my chances. The only other thing that I wish we had was a way to transport it, but I understand them wanting us to transport it ourselves so we actually have something to do. Let's see. Are these things still on? No, these are all disconnected too. I don't understand why. So we'll get some coal. Like I said, there's not a large, like crazy amount of stuff here, but we're moving enough over so that we can hopefully get some resources going. And then I have transfer units that pull out of here and move it into the place where it needs to be. All right, back into this again. All right, I'm going to be back after I get these set. All right, we got them all set up. They're mining again. They're all calibrated. They're all doing what they need to do. Now, make sure when you leave your section or your things, and when you put drills in, make sure you leave enough space below them so you can get to this stuff. And now I have another problem. I can mine so fast that I can start causing the server to. I'm getting these weird errors about too many operations. I gotta wait. I see now. Of course, now I won't do it because I'm recording, right? But my mining is up high enough now to where I can get this stuff cleared out fairly quickly. Yeah, too many operations. Please wait. So evidently, I'm overloading the server with too many requests. That's great. It's awesome. But yeah, so this is another part of that process, right? So, and as we look in here and we open our inventory, we'll see that we're adding that stuff in here, and it's still, I don't have a lot of it, but it's still moving stuff across. Like we've used all of that ore that we had, and already kind of too many operations. Need to wait for a second. Too many operations. Please wait again. This is not good. So the only thing I found is just to kind of wait a second or two before this stuff. If the stuff gets too densely packed like this, it has a tendency to get angry at you. So I kind of slow down a little bit. The other reason I come back while we're over here to Hyper, please wait. I don't know if I'm losing the ore when it does that. I hope I don't. But the rocks seem to disappear still. All right, so we're going to go ahead and turn this off. So this is, I think it's a DIA ship. And at the end of the beta, I had found one of these that somebody had bought and stripped all the components out of. And I just found basically the voxel hull. And we brought the voxel hull back I think in one of the streams we did it. But we were able to go onto the MyDU Discord, and this is one of the blueprints that they have brought into there. It's really great that is going on. If you have if you're playing this game and you had original blueprints and stuff like that, and you have the stuff to it, go put them on there, because that way we're not losing the stuff. That's my biggest fear, is that we lose a lot of the creativity from the community to be able to do these things. Now, the way these things up here work, so these are territory scanners. And this one, let's see, let me hit this one. My scan is complete, right? So it's basically going to tell me, basically, I'm on Haven, my territory number, how old it is, right? So I'm going to save the data here. And then that will allow me to go to my nano pack. So then I have a scan result, right? So if I do this, it tells me where it is on Haven, where the number is, right? I can actually go straight to it, right? So I copy the scan results, set as the destination, do that stuff. So the reason this ship is built the way it is, we go into here to this guy. I mean, incompatible. That is the blue tank. Did I put the wrong fuel in there? I know there's more of those fuel tanks. What is in there? Yeah, I have Kurgan X5. Oh, let's see. Oh, there it is. All right, so now we have it. Now I got my active container set. So now we can actually go ahead and put some space fuel in there. We can go up here. We can go up to the upper deck. Right, we can look at this. So this ship doesn't have a lot of space, right? A lot of storage on it. This is an exploration ship. It is made to explore. And basically for me to take all my scan results and basically leave scan results in here. So the way you want to take off in this ship, so we're going to go ahead and activate it, right? And then we're going to go ahead, some elements start colliding. Okay, why am I using... Let's sit down. All right, I don't know why. Yeah, it's got atmospheric thrusters on it. So, all right, so let's go ahead. We'll just turn it. Nope, let's do this. Having a little bit of troubles here. I need to get my other script on. So basically what you want to do is we want to fly. Okay, can we fly forward? There you go. Fly forward before I hit something. This thing is, I'm going to hit everything. Okay, I'm just hitting stuff today. All right. Yeah. I think something's wrong with this ship. We're going to get out of it. We're going to let it land. All right, let me see. All right, I mean, that's the first time I've tried to take off in it. It is not optimal. So I'm not sure what is going on with it. Used a lot of fuel. But the idea is to take the ship, right, and place, like, go to an hex and basically put one of these sensors in each one of these hexes, and then just kind of scan with it, fly to the next one, scan with it, and that way you can scan 3 of them at one time. The problem is this thing's not flying very well, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's just because I have something's not connected correctly to it. Let me run default auto config, pilot fly and construct. Yeah, let me do that. It's got a custom Lua in it. It's something weird's going on. I'm just going to reset it. Like it's not wanting to fly correctly. Oh, I was just hitting the building. Okay. All right, so we can get moving here a little bit. This thing should not be flying the way it is right now. So the idea here is to kind of fly over, and more importantly, to fly to a different planet. And then once we can fly to a different planet, we can basically have it scan the locations, and you basically want to turn the screens on, right? And then we're going to fly over here like this. And this thing is a big flying brick. It's like a Vorgon deconstructor ship. I love it. And if you're wondering how we get extra things on Haven here, we cheated. Most of the things we do on the server, we're cheating because, well, we can. All right, so let's get this guy. It should be a lot easier to maneuver than... So I'm just going to turn it over here a little bit. I'm going to get these guys into kind of different sectors. So the way this works is I want these things over here. And honestly, I need to be kind of over there a little bit. And then is just not being very, very good at the old flying thing, right? So if I take this thing off, come on. So we kind of have it kind of in the place where we need to. I'm not going to sit here and fiddle with it all day and do exactly what I need it to do. But that it's just the idea, right? It's the idea of it. So if you look over here, we have a wall kind of cutting through our ship right here. So I'm going to run over to this guy. I'm going to activate him. Right? This thing's going to start scanning. It's going to scan the territory for me. Then ideally I would run over, activate that one too. But this one seeing as how it's in a different territory, we'll activate this one, we'll activate it too. So now the idea here is to be able to scan three things at one time. And these things are heavy, but it's a cost prohibitive thing, right? So, but you want to be able to go and find out if the place where you're moving to is decent before you spend all the time and effort to move all your stuff there. So we're going to go ahead and scan those real quick. I'll be back and we'll show you how that works. All right, and we're back. The scanner's almost done. Let's look at it. It's done. So do that, scan complete. It shows me what's there. And then this way you can kind of make an idea of whether or not you want to save that, right? And then we can go back here to this other one. And then if we do that... Now, scanning on this planet, not really the best thing to do because, first of all, for the most part, you can't really do multiple places on here. Like, we can. We cheated a little bit and added a few extras, stuff like that, just so that we had a little bit more. I need to go set up some more mining things just so that my initial... my initial stuff can be set up and I can kind of get some more basic mining stuff done. I'm in the process, like I said, of looking for another mining or another production facility, and trying to get up kind of the stuff to kind of get it going. I did get this script working, and here that tells me kind of how many items I have in the system. I know there's talk of somebody being able to remove the schematics from the servers, so we're gonna give that a little bit of time, make sure there's no repercussions before we do too much of it. And really, we were trying to make the game work the way it is, because we're afraid that if we pull the schematics out, and then 2 months from now there's an update, and update goes live, and the server's completely broken, and then we have to start over, and we don't want to do that. So we want to make sure that we're not going anything too far out of the way and breaking things. We're much happier with kind of leaving it there and just kind of bending it a little bit and not actually breaking the rules and the servers and stuff. So we'll go back in here. Now, if I go back into this guy and go up here, now everybody should be running again. At least the stuff that needs to be made. And we can go over here and look. And I am making the ones that I'm low on. I need production material tier 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and we'll open that. Tier 2 product material. Tier 2 product material, right? It's going to take me a little while to make those. You know what? That's fine. And it's obviously still taking me a lot of money to do this, which is not optimal. So we've got our schematics kind of going here. It's going to take me 43 hours. Is it? Oh, my talent points are going up. Am I out of money? I may be out of money. I may need to give myself some more money. So part of it is I'm trying to get this stuff all set up, and yeah, so we only have $697,000 left. The schematics are very expensive, and I'm giving myself money and stuff on the server trying to get stuff started, because we have to have some sort of economy to kind of build things and at least get things started, because if not, we're gonna be here. It's gonna slow us down. So, but with that, hopefully the mining and the territory scanning and stuff like that makes sense to you. If you have questions, please leave those down below. If people ask questions, and I'll do my best to try to answer them, usually in video format, just to kind of explain it a little bit easier. The game is very complicated. It's very in-depth. There's a lot of stuff going on, and there's a lot of questions people are going to have. So we're going to kind of keep going on, learning together, and just generally having a good time. So, but with that, let's see. How's my bauxite doing? My bauxite is empty. Coal is full. My hematite is pretty much empty. So I need basically hematite, and I need bauxite badly. And that makes sense. It checks out with the stuff that I'm making. So we will look at trying to get some of that stuff brought in. I'm trying to get my nephews in so they can start building stuff for me or helping me gather resources. But as of yet, we haven't been able to do that. And so we'll cross that when we get there. So as always, if y'all like the videos, please throw a like on them. If you have a question, comment, or concern, you can leave that down below. And if you're not subscribed and you'd like to see more of this or any of the other stuff we're playing, please hit that button while you're down there. You guys be safe. Talk about next time. Bye.